Right. Babati, are we good on time? I know the time for Q&A is up. I still have close to 30 hands raised up. I don't know what we will do, Babati. I'm taking guidance from you here. 5 minutes more, 2 minutes more, 3 minutes more. Just give me guidance.
I can see that we have a lot of questions, right? If I could just appeal to Erica maybe for another 10 minutes. I'm not sure what your next schedule looks like. I also know that it's Friday evening, but judging by the number of questions, and just to joke about this, Erica and I were wondering if we were going to have enough time. We sort of envisaged this, right? So if you could maybe spare another 5 to 10 minutes, and I would also just appeal to people that whilst we are trying to get more questions answered, just go straight to the question. I mean, we could actually see your name, so you could skip that part of the introduction, just go straight to the question so that we could cover more people, cover more questions and give more responses. So Miami, I think you could do with another 5 to 10 minutes or 7 to 10 minutes, and let's see how many questions we could still answer within that short space of time.
Thank you, Babati. The next question, JFA. JFA, 30 seconds, your question. Straight to your question. JFA, unmute yourself. JFA? Okay, JFA is not ready for us. Shegun Agbaje.
Hi. Okay, so my question is this. Is product management considered a technical role? And if so, what technical skills would you require to join Microsoft? Thanks.
Is product management a technical role? Erica, are you there? Hi, Erica, are you with us? Sophie, are you with us? Tech product management?
Erica, we stopped hearing you for a while. Okay. Maybe Sophie wants to. If Sophie could respond to that, I'm not sure.
If Sophie can respond, fantastic. However,
can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh,
Sophie.
I had spoken for almost 10 minutes, 10 seconds. I didn't realize you guys couldn't hear me. Okay, so that answer is a yes and a no. In some cases, you would find that the product management role requires you to have some experience with some technology stacks. Oftentimes, you see some other product management roles rather would just need you to understand the full project management life cycle, not necessarily, understanding tech in its entirety. But of course, it's a plus for you to have that experience or that knowledge of tech. But then again, once you see these job descriptions, read it in depth, because there are some hiring managers that would specifically need you to come with that strong technical background, while some are pretty flexible on it.
Yes. Thank you, Sophie. Erica, are you back on? Are you queued up?
Sorry, guys. I had the surging internet. I'm sorry.
Hello, Mr. Olumolade.
Yes,
hello.
Who is this? Yes.
Yeah, this is GFA speaking.
GFA, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, okay. Your question.
Go ahead. Briefly, I applied for a role a couple of months back. I did an interview with the HR team in Dubai for a Nigerian role. And the talent sourcer, the HR guy did an interview, we had discussed and everything, only for him to tell me that he has forwarded my details to the Nigerian team. And I didn't hear anything since then. Though he got back to me and shared some info with me. But I wanted to ask or find out why the process wasn't made open in terms of what happened, because I was wondering what could have been the issue anyways. It was, I think it was a D365 role, a solution sales specialist role, an experience role though.
Okay,
Thanks,
so
GFA.
Thanks, JFA. I don't have an answer to that question. What I think would have happened was that maybe they didn't have any opportunity for you in Dubai, and the recruiter thought to share your resume with the team in Nigeria. Now, that's what that also depends on if the team in Nigeria do have an opportunity at that time the resume was being shared. But that's the scenario I can think about. But I don't think that's all I can advise for now. It might be nice to reach out to the recruiter if they can give you direct access to they can give you direct access to the recruiter. So the recruiter might be able to help you more in this aspect. So go back to the Dubai recruiter to do a direct introduction if they're comfortable.
Thank you, Erica. I want to take this question from Gift Ahmed. Gift Ahmed, your question. 30 seconds, unmute yourself. Gift Ahmed. Okay, Gift is not ready for us yet. Let's move on to Chidike Nwandu. Chidike Nwandu, unmute yourself. Chidike Nwandu. Chidike, unmute yourself. Great. Chidike, over to you. 30 seconds. Your question.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everyone. So I've been applying for roles out in Microsoft, but I've never gotten any call. And I've never gotten further in this process, unlike other tech companies like Google and Amazon. So I want to really know why, because I've been applying like for more than a year right now. And so when will the ADC application open? Thank you.
Thank you, Chidike. Erica, are you there? Okay, Sophie. Sophie, unmute yourself.
Okay, so that question, I don't even know how to answer because it's not funny, although I'm laughing. But I would say, why is it that you haven't been successful? And maybe you've been successful with Google and the others. I don't know. I mean, there are lots of possibilities. I mean, the question now I would throw back at you is, did you apply for the role that best suits your skill set? Because, at the end of the day, we work with an applicant tracking system that has been programmed to screen your profile, that is your CV, before it even gets to the recruiters. So very important, the skills that are being requested on the job description for starters, does your profile reflect those skill sets? Such that when you apply, it even gets to a recruiter or a talent sourcer's desk. Otherwise, the system, the ATS, applicant tracking system, would just chuck it out and it won't even get to us. So that question, I can't, there's never a one way to answer it. Maybe we can take this offline. If you're on LinkedIn, you can get connected and we can just drill deeper into what may have happened. What was the second question? I don't know if I remember now. I really apologize.
When will the application for the ADC open?
Oh, we've been having applications right from, for the past time. How long has ADC been alive? 3 years plus?
Yes.
We've been having the applications, of course. However, our job descriptions may not necessarily in bold be stated as ADC, but then at the top summary of all our job descriptions, you would see where it's written, the Microsoft Africa Development Center, etc., etc., etc. So look out for any of the adverts and maybe don't just jump first into the job skills. Read from the beginning. You will see that these jobs are for the ADC. I hope this helps.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Sophia, and thanks
Yemi,
for Erica.
Yemi, yes. I need to clarify something that's just been called to my attention. Just so to clarify, during your interview process for non-technical folks, when I say there's a technical interview, I don't mean coding. I mean, say for example, as a recruiter, I have some functional expertise that is needed for the role. Those functional expertise will be assessed. Also with non-functional, so I'll use the word functional now, not technical, non-functional expertise where you have the soft skills would also be assessed. So for the technical folks, it's technical skill set and non-technical. Then for the non-technical folks, think of it as functional skill sets and soft skill sets where you have your communication skills and all of that. I think Victoria asked that question. I don't know if she's still on the call. Just before I go, I just wanted to clarify that. So non-technical folks are not coding.
Thank you, Erica. So take, for example, if you're a marketing person or a comms person, so technical here would be how you relate with the media. How do you put, how you manage a press conference and all that. You get the drift. So that is it. Oh my God. This question.
Hello, my apologies. Kindly, my apologies, Mark Katere. Okay, I wanted to ask kindly, if you want to get to ADC as a junior role, there a specific number of years, that is years of experience one must have, or you just look at the technical skills and what the project one has done? Yeah, thank you. For a junior role.
I think at the end of the day, it comes down to your skill sets. I'd expect that if you have 4 to 5 years of experience coding, you would not be a junior candidate. However, if your technical abilities, if while being accessed, lands you on a junior role, that you could come in as a junior. But typically, if you have over 4 years experience, you shouldn't be a junior software engineer. No, not unless during the interview your skill sets did land you as a junior. So
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. So probably I'll take this last question from Naomi Odidi. Naomi, can you unmute yourself? 30 seconds, ask your question. Naomi, are you there? Naomi? Okay. Iyanu Olua. Naomi, if you are still there, unmute yourself. Naomi. Okay, Iyanu Olua, let's take your question. Iyanu Olua.
Hello,
Naomi, you are breaking up. We can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me, Naomi here?
Please go ahead. 30 seconds starts now.
Okay. So my question is, I'm currently a master's student at the University of Lagos, and I would like to, and I'm also self-learning about data science for I think about 7 months now. So I'm interested in knowing if I were to apply for a role in Microsoft, will I need to go through the internship pathway or the industry-based pathway, being that I'm still a student? So I need clarification on that. Thank you.
Can you hear me? You go through the graduate pathway. So that's where you can have the MBA graduates come in. So still you have to go through the university recruiting pathway.
Okay, thank you.
And yes, you can get a role just as long as you can code in one major language, you are fine.
Yeah. All right, Erica. Babati, I will hand over to you, and maybe I should suggest, probably we will still have a Meet a Recruiter 2 somewhere along the line, because the hands that are up, David, Damilola, Umave, Kenny, Oluwasomi, Oyedikachi, Ahmed, Reina, Ike, Ayomide, Julius, Shilo, Joshua, Samuel Alade, Chinonso, Divine Abba, Destine, Jackson Otiano, Samuel Kufre, Gift Ahmed, Jelima, Chioma. We see you. We see all your hands, but we have just a limited time. So I would beg Babati right now. I think we need a Meet the Recruiter 2. It's a plea, but thank you, everyone. We see your questions and we are super excited about this. We will ensure that we find a way to accommodate all these your questions. So over to you, Babati.
Awesome. I know it's been a very I don't know how to say no to people, right? So I know that for many people it's more like why can't they answer my questions, or why don't they have time to answer my questions? And so really I would just like to say that we really wish that we had so much time and we have additional time to be able to answer these questions. And to Miami's point, yes, we'll try and work internally to have the second edition of the Meet to a Recruiter, and so that we could help you to find answers to these questions and even provide more guidance that I strongly believe believe would be very helpful as you all begin to prepare. And one of the things we always tell people is that as much as these roles, I mean, as much as we've had a recruiter to speak to you from Microsoft, even if you didn't get to have a job at Microsoft or at ADC, some of the things that we had shared with you today would also help you in preparing. Maybe you're trying to get another role at Google, or maybe you're trying to get a role at AWS or any other organization where such or similar skills might be required. So please have a very positive mindset. So all those who have been applying for roles and probably have not been getting any feedback, what I always say to people is don't stop trying, keep on applying, but at the same time, try as much as possible to understand what could potentially be the reason why you've not been able to move from one stage to the other stage. Follow the recruiters online, chat with them, send them messages. Also be very respectful of their time. And if you're reaching out to a recruiter for the first time, just go straight to the point. My name is, this is what I do, this is what I need your help on, so that when they pick your message, they know what to say. But if you just send them hello and you go and send them another hello another time, they're probably not going to be able to respond because they also have a lot of messages that they want to catch up with. So I wanted to add that as part of the guidance. And really, it's been a very, very amazing day. I put on the screen some of the very helpful links that could help you to engage, get to know more about us at the ADC, and at the same time, some links that could help you to take some actions. So the very first one that we have is the link for the next edition of this series. Remember the ADC Learn series, I mean, it's a bi-weekly, it's a fortnight program, which means that come 23rd of September, we are going to be having another session from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you would love to register for that. And today, the registrations for this event was actually full before the end of today, right? So I'm trying to say to you that do not postpone it. If you consider this to be something that will be very helpful to you, then try as much as possible to do your registration. I mean, right after this call or even right now. The link is on the screen, https //wakwak aka.ms wack coding or engineering. And we also have the link for our YouTube channel, so you could go to our YouTube channel. I'm also happy to drop this link in the chat space for people to just click at them directly, so you don't have to type them in the browser. We have a community whereby we continue to work together, collaborate, share ideas, ask questions, and that's our meetup community. You would also see the link for the meetup community just right there. And as you're telling your stories, you've taken some screenshots, you found some things to be very interesting, please share your stories on Twitter, share them on LinkedIn, and please feel free to tag any of us. You could tag myself. You could also tag Oluwashefumi, who leads the ecosystem team at ADC. You could tag a number of colleagues, Oluwamuyemi. You could tag Erica. You could tag Sophie. And like I said, you could reach out to any one of us. We're always more than happy to respond to questions that you might have. So when you are doing your storytelling, you could use the hashtag ADC Learn series, and that could also help when we're trying to pick stories around this. We're trying to look out for the highlights of this event. So pretty much that's it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Babati, can I interject you, please? I know Paula is raising up her hand frantically, like it's like in my face.
I've been wondering, what does Paula want to ask about?
Like she's been putting her hands up.
It would be very good to see Paula's face. So I would love if Paula is asking, raising her hand, she's also ready to turn on her camera.
No, Paula is not ready to turn on her camera. You can't get me on that one. Hi, everyone. My name is Paula Wigwe, and I'm one of their colleagues. It's been a very nice session, but there's something that I want to, and pardon me, I wasn't in from the beginning, but I hope I'm not repeating what everybody said. There are some things that stand out in resumes, right? It's one thing to put the languages that you are conversant in, right? So the PHPs of this world, the Java, the JavaScript. If it is possible, if there are projects that you have worked on that you can briefly describe in your resume, it gives whomever is screening your resume that comfort and that confidence and the interest to want to double click on that aspect of what it is that you have done. So don't just put the languages out there. If there is any project at all that you have done, what part did you play in it? all of that? What was the purpose? Did you reach your desired goal? Was it a group of you? Did you guys work as a team, or did you work just by yourself? What industry was that product that you were trying to build? What was it? What story is it telling? If you can put that in the CV, it goes a very, very long way. You're most likely going to be chosen or screened out to at least get into the interview loops. That's just part of what I had to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. We like hearing you all the time. Babati, there's this question that is also everywhere here. I know you've answered it, but it will be good for you to say it. I've seen almost like 10 or 15 people ask, can we get this deck of Erica? Babati, answer that and you take it away.
Oh, yes, sure. So I talked about that earlier. So part of what we are going to do is to provide a link. And so to everyone who had attended this event. So we're trying as much as possible. So we're not doing a broadcast. So we're able to tell, based on our systems, we can tell the people that attended. So even if you attended for just 1 minute, or you had like a connectivity problem, or you're just joining us for the session right now. So be assured that you would have a link to the PDF file, which will be a downloadable version. So once you click on that link, you can download your own copy, and you could just look through some of the things that Erica talked about before now. So yes, that's something that you should expect, and we are very, very happy to share with you. The email might come later today, or would come over the weekend or by Monday, but I'm promising you that you would have the email before the end of the day on Monday. Okay?
Friday, Babati.
Okay. So I know we don't have so much time anymore. Typical practice. There's somebody on the call who has refused to show her face. Shefumi, do you want to show your face whilst I briefly do an introduction of you? Where's Shefumi? We want to see you. All right, so look at everybody. Can you see Shefumi as she's smiling? All right, that's so much energy that she brings into the team. So Shefumi leads the ecosystem development team at Microsoft. I'm just going to allow her to say hello to everyone. We'll round off with a photograph the way we typically do as per our culture.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining. Thank you to Sophie, Erica, Babatunde, me, Paula, and to the Microsoft team members on the call and our would-be colleagues soon. Hopefully, some of you get to join us soon. Thank you for joining this session. Really excited for the comments and the questions that have been said. And please take everything that you've heard here to heart. I'm also a what's it called? I'm a testimony of applying for Microsoft job online and getting in. So, it works and it's true. Literally almost all of us. So we didn't need to know anybody internally. We just applied and we are here. So I think everything that's been said, please take it to heart. Personally, I noticed there was a comment for you saying that the coding or engineering link is not working. So we may want to check that. Please keep connected to us. We really want to make sure that we help the ecosystem. Africa's talent population and youth population is vibrant, but we want to make sure that we are getting quality output to the world today. And we're not just working because Nigeria has a 90% youth population. We need to make sure that Nigeria is also topping the chart when it comes to innovation and solution. And that's our job here, really. Thank you for joining again. Looking forward to seeing some of you at the office. Erica, please make it happen for us. So I would be colleagues on the call. But yes, thank you so much, guys.
Awesome. So you all can see that it would have been a very great disservice if I had not allowed Shefumi to speak and inspire you and also share the personal experience of being at Microsoft without knowing anybody. And I think these are some of the things that we talked to earlier. So before we close up, I really want to say a very big thank you to all our colleagues that joined. Paula, Lami, and like we typically do, I always encourage that you turn your camera on. So Paul, I'm going to politely request that you kindly, humbly, for the sake of the numerous people on the call today, turn your camera on so we all can have a closing picture. I'm saying the same thing to Shefumi as well. You're having a group picture. So if you're going to be hiding, I think the reason why Paula doesn't want people to see her face is because she doesn't want people to know she's popular. But they are going to find you anyway. You're on LinkedIn, so they will find you.
Thank you, guys.
They will find you.
For this particular call, I can I take a rain check? But going forward,
Definitely.
I'm gonna be in everybody's face.
Awesome. So today we've had more than 400 people join us. I think we even had more than that because some people dropped off and joined again. But it's been a fantastic Friday evening. So go have some fun, spend time with your loved ones, take some time to relax, and also meditate on some of the things you've learned today. I'm really looking forward to seeing you during the next session at Am I Coding or Engineering. All right, now I would like to say thank you once again and goodbye.
Thank you, Babatunde. Goodbye. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.